What are resources? Everything available in the environment which can satisfy human needs is a resource. So everything available in the environment which can satisfy our needs is a resource. Now resources are further classified as natural resources, human resources, man-made or human-made resources. So resource means everything available in the environment which can satisfy human needs. Natural resources are the resources which we can use without much processing, like air, water, etc. We use them without much processing. Man-made or human-made resources, this marker, it has been formed after much processing. So it is not a natural thing. So it is a man-made or human-made resource. Human resource is I. Doctors, engineers, teachers, you are becoming a human resource, and this is the most important resource. Which is the most important resource? Human resource. Without human resource, all other resources are a waste. They cannot be utilized. And how does a human become a resource? When she is given education, when she is given training, when she is given health services. Now, how are resources classified further? On the basis of origin, we have biotic resources and abiotic resources. Biotic means living, like plants, animals, right? And abiotic means non-living, like rocks, minerals, etc. On the basis of renewability, we have renewable resources and non-renewable resources. On the basis of renewability or exhaustibility, we have renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources like solar energy, wind energy, etc. they will never finish. In fact, they are very clean fuels also. They will not finish. They are clean fuels also. They do not cause pollution. Non-renewable resources like fossil fuels, they take millions of years to be formed. They will get exhausted if we use them recklessly. They cause pollution. Solar energy, wind energy, they are renewable resources, they are renewable sources of energy, and they do not cause pollution also. On the basis of distribution, we have localized resources and ubiquitous resources. Localized, which is found in a certain place. For example, Arab countries have petrol, that is a localized resource. If you dig your house, you will not find petrol. Ubiquitous, which is found everywhere, like air. So on the basis of origin, on the basis of renewability, on the basis of distribution, we have discussed. Now, next is on the basis of development. On the basis of development, we have potential resources and developed resources. Developed resources are also known as actual resources. Now, what do you mean by potential resources? Potential resources are those resources whose total quantity is not known to us at present. Potential resources are those resources whose total quantity is not known to us at present. Developed or actual resources are those resources whose total quantity is known to us at present. I give you a very small example. Potential resources are those resources which are found in a specific region, but in that region they are not utilized properly. What did I say? Potential resources are those resources which are found in a specific region, but in that region they are not utilized properly. For example, solar energy is found in abundance in Rajasthan. Is solar energy being harnessed properly? No. Africa has so many waterfalls. So waterfalls are confined to a place called Africa. So resources found in a particular region, but then they are not utilizing those waterfalls to produce hydroelectricity. So they are not utilizing it properly. So potential resources are those resources which are found in a specific region, but they are not utilized properly in that region, and so their total quantity is not known to us. They are found in a specific region but not utilized in that region. Developed or actual resources are those resources which are being fully utilized at present. For example, coal, petroleum, alluvial soil. Children, remember, most of the resources that we have around us are non-renewable for now. We are not using renewable resources right now. Non-renewable resources cause pollution. Then they can be exhausted. So we should use resources very carefully. Resources cause pollution. We need development without damaging the environment. We need sustainable development. Man has already caused damage to the environment. Human population has increased to such an alarming rate, or to such an alarming scale, and it is still increasing at an alarming rate. And now since or to such an alarming scale, and it is still increasing at an alarming rate. And now since population is increasing, we need more houses, we need more schools, we need more industries, so we are cutting down trees, we are causing deforestation. As a result of deforestation, there is desertification. Deserts are there everywhere. There is lack of oxygen. There is lack of oxygen. We are running short of oxygen everywhere. It leads to diseases, heart and lung diseases. Then animals, they have lost their habitat. Many have become extinct. Many are on the verge of extinction. There is more content of carbon dioxide, which is harmful for us. Plants absorb carbon dioxide. Plants are not there. Trees are not there. Animals are dying, so the ecosystem is affected. Remember, if ecosystem is affected, we shall be affected, and we are affected. There are so many diseases which are which are widespread. Then we have caused a lot of damage to the environment, and if the same continues, then the earth will become scorching hot. And once earth becomes scorching hot, we might not be able to survive on earth. We might also become extinct. We might also wipe off from the earth. So the earth is damaged, the earth has become scorched because we have caused deforestation. We have cut down trees on a large scale. We are poaching, we are hunting. We need to stop, we need to think. When we can use potential resources like solar energy, like if Rajasthan has a lot of solar energy, if Rajasthan uses solar energy, then we will not have to use coal and petroleum to produce electricity. It will curb pollution, it will combat pollution, it will control pollution, and at the same time, since coal is not being used there, so coal reserves will not get exhausted so quickly. It will lead to sustainable development. Coal will not be used, there will be no pollution. And you have to take small steps, conserve water. If you are going for a new house, go for rainwater harvesting technique. Switch off the lights and the fans when not in use. Use the staircases instead of lifts. You people are young. Yes, grow trees. Yes, we don't have to wait for one Mahotsav or some other day to grow trees. Start growing trees, right? You are the human resource. You are being given education. You can only use these resources wisely. You are the whole soul in charge of the world in the future. You have to conserve the wildlife and everything. With this, I wind up the chapter. And of course, I would also like to tell you that the word sustainable development was introduced by the UN in the Brundtland Commission report in 1987. So this word was coined by UN, United Nations, in the Brundtland Commission report in 1987. With this, I wind up and request all of you to revise the chapter well. Take very good care of yourselves.